Hi everybody, Mr. Politics here, and welcome to another video. Well, finally, Starmer agrees with the ruling of the Supreme Court. The ruling that says transgender men are not women. Well, it took him long enough since they made their ruling last week. It's took Starmer long enough to respond, hasn't it? I think he's been under a bit of pressure these last few days as Starmer. He was weighing up his options, whether to say something about this, whether to agree with the ruling or not. Because after all, Starmer is still a human rights lawyer, isn't he? As I've said in my yesterday's video about this. So he's finally made up his mind and he's decided to agree with the Supreme Court. But of course, there are some Labour MPs and transgender activists who are not going to agree with this. We all saw at the weekend there was a demonstrating. It was called an emergency demonstration by these transgender loonies. I mean, there was all sorts of a motley lot there. It wasn't a motley. There was all, well, different coloured hair. There was all weirdos. But finally, Starmer has finally said something about this. Like I've said, he was caught between a rock and an hard place, was Starmer. He was under pressure to say something, and of course he sided with the ruling of the Supreme Court, and which hasn't gone down well with his Labour MPs who are threatening to not take any notice of this ruling. I'm threatening a revolt against Starmer. So it's looks like Starmer is going to have more headaches to add to all his problems he's got at the moment. But like I've said, he's had to say something. He couldn't just go with another few days without saying something. He's had to say something. I suppose this will be brought up in next week's question time when Parliament returns on Monday. I suppose somebody will bring it up. Probably Kemi Bayanock will probably bring it up, and he'll have to say something then. But like I've said, he's transgender Labour who are supporters of transgenders' rights are not happy about this. They are threatening a revolt against this, and they intend to make Starmer's life miserable, or try and pressurise him into changing his mind. Let's put it this way. Starmer, well, being Starmer, you apply a bit of pressure to him, he buckles under it, doesn't he? He caves in. But I don't think he will. I think he's made his mind up to support this ruling. And, I mean, to say that transgender are women is ridiculous. It's ridiculous. I don't know what's happening to the world. I mean, in this country at the moment, this has been going on for a few years, and it's a divisive issue, isn't it, in this country about transgender rights, with men wearing skirts, trying to get into women's changing rooms and toilets. I mean, what goes on in their minds? Like I've just said, it's just a crazy world we live in. Well, I don't know about world. We live in a crazy country. Thanks to this, thanks to two-tier Kia, and the useless Labour Party we have in this country, running the country. I mean, this has been hijacked by the militant trans activists. They've done all this. They've pressurised different governments we've had into bringing this, well, trying to say that men are women, which they are obviously not. But I suppose they won't give up the fight. I mean, we saw that demonstration on at the weekend, where they said virtually everyone who spoke at that demonstration, they were all nut jobs, all trans activists, they're all loonies. I mean, this how can this country be allowed to get like this? Then again, you've got to go, like I've just said, you've got to blame the previous governments we've had. They've been forced into this instead of ignoring their demands, the transgender demands of trying to use women's toilets and changing rooms. They've been pressurised into to this, and if they didn't do it, then they would be called bigots and called with all sorts of nasty names. But like I've said, this country has gone absolutely bonkers. Anyway, that's the end of this video. Mr. Politics here signing off. And remember, don't believe the lies.